How do you know if you're living your dream or someone else's dream? Has it ever occurred to you that maybe the things that you want in this world is actually only because you've seen someone else have it, you've seen someone else do it, or you've seen someone else be it? Let's talk about it.
Marathon, yeah, say that to me, yeah, say that to me, oh marathon, you can say that to me, yeah, say that, you can say that to me, marathon.
Please like, share, and subscribe, and as always, this episode is brought to you by Nutrishop Parker. It is your one-stop shop for high-quality supplements, protein powders, and wellness products that actually deliver. Whether you're building muscle, burning fat, or just trying to feel better every day, Nutrishop's expert team can help you find what works best for you. If you're local to Colorado, stop by their Parker location for a personalized experience. And if you are tuning in anywhere in the USA, use code BRANDON at checkout for free shipping on your order. Fuel your goals the right way, the Nutrishop way. All right, let's go. Am I living someone else's dream? And not in the way that you think. I think typically whenever you hear someone say, are you living someone else's dream, or you're living someone else's dream, it's because they're trying to make you feel a certain way about being grateful, being humble. In a lot of instances, that's a good situation to be in and a good thing that someone should bring to your attention. But today's show, Are You Living Someone Else's Dream, has a much more deeper meaning than the surface level of that. This topic has been something, I would say, amongst about 4 or 5 others, has been a reoccurring flavor of the year for me. Am I living someone else's dream? When I watch TV, when I'm listening to singers, when I'm looking at entrepreneurs who are making a lot of money, and I want that for myself because I want great things for myself, and I visualize myself in their place of sorts, right? I not necessarily in their situation, but I want a house as expensive as theirs, or I want a car as nice as theirs, or a relationship as fulfilling as it seems to be on their end. But then it started making me think about, do I only want these things because I see them living it? Do I only want these things because it's been brought to my attention that these people are living this type of way? If I didn't see them living this life, would I still want that life? Am I living someone else's dream? No one knows what's coming to them. No matter how talented, how smart, how educated, or even how well connected you are, no one can truly predict what is coming for them, what is in store for them for the future. I think that there's decent gauges, there's certain patterns, like if your dad is a carpenter and you want to get into carpentry, I'm pretty sure that that's a decently foolproof plan that you will be a carpenter. But if you're dreaming outside of your bounds, you see yourself as more, I think that's when the dream gets a little bit more complicated. And this vlog is specifically for people who want more out of life than what they've seen in their current proximity. So I'll use me as an example. I did a lot of prayer this year about specific things that I want in this life, and something reoccurring kept coming to me. It was stop listening to Drake's music, and not from like a Kendrick situation or even like maybe the next level stereotypical thing like his music is bad natured. It was strictly because I didn't realize it at the time, and I didn't realize it until about 2 or 3 months after that reoccurring voice kept saying stop listening to Drake's music, that I wanted what Drake had, right? I love making music. I think I'm very talented at making music. I know a lot of these influencers would tell you like, visualize yourself on the mountaintop, visualize yourself on the Grammy stage, in the big movie, this, and I think that that's powerful and positive in most cases. But for me personally, I realized that I wanted what Drake had to a degree where I had to take a step back and realize whatever is coming to me is what is coming to me, right? Whatever, no matter how talented Drake is, whatever he gets in life is for Drake. And whatever I get in my life, no matter how talented or whatever I am, is for me. But I wanted like his fans, like I wanted to sell out shows like him. I wanted to make very popular music that people love like him. Don't misinterpret me. I don't want like actually verbatim, literally what Drake has. I don't want his house or his relationships or his songs. It was like, I want the results of what his work produces. That's the key of what I'm trying to say. So I had to stop listening to Drake's music and realize that there is a whole world of things that I might be saying no to because it doesn't look like what Drake's results are. As a musician, I think it goes something like this. You make your music, you work with your producer, you mix and master it, you start figuring out how to market it, you put it out, you want fans to listen to it, share it, come to shows. Eventually you want to make enough money to have a stable life this and travel here, and maybe you want to be a rock star of sorts or be in the upper echelons of music, and you want to be invited to the parties and you want to leave your mark in the music world. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's the majority of musicians who want to follow that type of trajectory. But what I was realizing during all this deep thought and prayer that I was doing is that maybe it looks different. Like, maybe that's just been the formula, but it doesn't mean it's the formula. So let's use an example. Will Smith did not set out to be a big name box office Hollywood actor. He did not set out to win an Oscar. He actually set out as a rapper making music. And to a lot of regards, he accomplished his musical goals very early, especially becoming the first ever rapper to win a Grammy. That's cool and all, but his trajectory was very interesting. If he wasn't in an accepting, abundant, and open-minded mindset, he might have said no to Quincy Jones. So the quick story, if you don't know Will Smith's story, is he's a rapper. He got invited to a party. Quincy Jones was there. Quincy Jones was drinking. They started talking, and then he was like, hey, I'm making a TV show. Do you want to audition for it? Okay, yeah, audition for it right now. And Will Smith's like, well, I need time to prepare. And then Quincy Jones is like, no, you don't get time to prepare. Like, your shot is now, so go take 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the room, and prepare, come out and show what you got, and then blah, blah, blah. So Will Smith, went back there and tried to prepare something, and then Quincy Jones was like, okay, you got the role. We're going to name it Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? On the spot. So I guess I can only speak for myself in this specific instance that whenever I think about my future, it is so well articulated and planned out and visualized that it's step by step by step. Because I've been visualizing success for such a long time, and I make it such a practice to smell, taste, touch everything that I believe my future is going to be. But in the pursuit of that, I've realized that I'm saying no to a whole world of things that might be coming to me and should be coming to me that would make me much, much more fulfilled than my own visions because I'm so rigid in my thinking. So let's lead it back to Drake. I want the trajectory of Drake's life, not understanding that maybe that is not what's going to fulfill me the most. Not saying that I don't want to be successful just like that, but I'm saying that the way that he found his success in his, perceived happiness, because we don't know about these individuals, we don't know how happy they are, but the perceived success of and happiness that I believe I would have, having that type of accolades and trajectory, is something that I just am now realizing might be holding me back, and by might, I'm pretty sure it is. I've said no to a lot of opportunities, a lot of relationships, a lot of connections, because I've just been so I know where I'm going and I'm headed right there. But in the middle of heading right there, I'm not stopping to smell the roses. I'm not stopping to enjoy life and be present in this world, because I love working out, which means that if Drake's success is an equation, I have an unknown variable that Drake does not have. I have a high level of fitness on me that Drake does not have, which means that no matter what, if I do everything step by step that Drake does, I can never recreate what Drake has created, because I have so much more different variables. Obviously, I'm a whole different type of individual. I speak different, I'm different heights, different upbringing, different locations, different connections, which means that I can never recreate someone else's success. So for you personally, when you're thinking about success and following blueprints, I think that that's wonderful, and blueprints are there for a reason. We don't want to reinvent the wheel if we don't have to. That being said, this is kind of the essence of what everybody that you're watching has been saying, that the key is you. You are the most important factor in your success journey, because that is the only thing that you cannot plan for. You are the variable that cannot be planned for, which means that whatever uniquely makes you you is the only thing that will get you over there to the high level success that you really want. It is about you. The formula is nothing without your variable in there that changes the whole thing and makes it really go. How many copycat musicians are there? How many copycat actors are there? Have you ever watched a movie and it's like, that dude seems like he's acting like Denzel Washington? You see where I'm going with this? He's doing the fingers like, oh, okay, okay. Like he's doing all that shit. And it works for Denzel because he is the authentic variable in the equation for success as an actor. But if you use Denzel's variable, like you can't recreate something that is fluid and unique. It's like a fingerprint. You can't copy someone's fingerprint and expect to get whatever. You know what I'm trying to say with this whole type of analogy that I'm making. That is why I had to take a step away from listening to Drake's music, because I wanted what he had instead of wanting what is coming to me and what I'm supposed to have. Doesn't mean that I'm not talented. Doesn't mean that you're not talented. Doesn't mean that you're not destined for high level success. Maybe the exact contract he signed, I think it was like a $400 million contract, is in your future. You will sign a $400 million contract from UMG. But just know you will not get there the same way Drake got there. And that is something that if I was struggling with, or I was not understanding that I was trying to follow someone else's trajectory, then I know there's other people out there who may be trying to follow someone else's trajectory. And it may even be at a smaller level. It may be the girl at the gym and you started buying clothes. Like she bought clothes because she looks so good in the clothes. Like this is for women. And she looks so good in the clothes and you want to look like a bad bitch too. So you buy the clothes and this is this. And then all of a sudden you're not getting talked to by guys anymore and no one's paying attention to you. It's like, it's because that's not your swag, right? That is not your shit. But if you're a dude and you're like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna start rapping like Playboi Carti, and everybody around you like, this is ass, right? They may be saying it's ass because, you know, they're haters and stuff like that, but there might be some genuine this is ass in there because it's just not your shit. So where are you from? Like, if you're not from Atlanta or whatever he's from, you should not be trying to sound like an Atlanta ass nigga. You know what I mean? How I've personally internalized that is I'm from Colorado. I grew up doing musical theater, so I don't sing like Chris Brown. I don't rap like Drake, right? There's musical theater and there's taller vowels like a heart full of love, the night bright as day. Like, I'm not gonna do that on a fucking track, but like there's elements of like the taller sound, there's elements of a thicker vibrato in there that I don't shy away from. No matter how many studios I go to, who's like, hey, you should tone down the vibrato. I was like, how could I tone down the way my voice has been sculpted? There's so many Chris Brown copycats, and I don't know any of their names outside of just Chris Brown. Maybe Eric Bellinger is a Chris Brown copycat, but like other than that, that's the reason why we even have names, is because people are authentic to themselves. So if you've gotten anything from this video, it is that you are the common denominator for any type of success in your life. You can follow blueprints to a certain degree, but you have to really analyze, am I trying to follow their trajectory for their success in their life by sacrificing my authenticity and my actual path and the things that genuinely make me happy and get me out of bed, and I'm wearing Rockaware because Jay-Z wear it? Like, there's so much more to life than following someone who you think has done life well. Because at the end of the day, a rule of thumb is that no one is really happy like you think they are. There's a reason why everyone is searching for the next thing, because no one's figured out that true fulfillment, right? And a lot of us have our own definitions of it. My personal fulfillment of it is Jesus, is my religion, is my relationship with God. And other people fill it with whatever else they fill it with. But whenever you're looking for that success, and whatever the success is for you, just know that 9 times out of 10, if not 100 times out of 100, it's not going to work for you in the way that you think it will. It's not going to fulfill you in that way. So why not just be yourself? Why not just engage in the things you want to do? Why not just be who you are? And I think overall, our generation understands that. Overall, generations, after our parents figured it out, because the thing about this 9 to 5 grind that all the old people want you to do, just go get a job and stick with a company for 20 years, marry a good woman, white picket fence, dogs, cat, kids. We already know this stuff doesn't really work for us, which is such a blessing because now we no longer are bound by having to work on someone else's dreams. We are the generation of entrepreneurs. We're the generation of people who create. We're the generation of people who will actually be the next inventors, because when's the last time a TV scalable invention has happened? When's the last time a huge breakthrough in the marketplace has happened like the radio? I don't know if you've noticed, but we really haven't had crazy innovation to any type of significant degree in such a long time. And it's because we got so complacent. We started living other people's dreams. When the TV was there, now we're able to watch other people's lives, and we started modeling ourselves after people's lives. This is my opinion. Modeling ourselves after people's lives to the degree where we stopped living our own lives, right? Some people are meant to be individuals. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're meant to be an individual. Otherwise, you wouldn't have searched for this. You wouldn't have been called to click on the video that I'm sure is probably not getting a lot of views, but you are watching it. And that means something, right? So if you've gotten anything from this video, it is that.
Marathon.
Until next time.
Say that to me, yeah, say that. Yeah, say that to me, oh marathon. You can say that to me, yeah, say that. You can say that to me.